The version 3.0 of Scene Manager Toolkit introduces runtime scene management. Since this version doesn't have any editor management features, that subject won't be showcased in this video. If you wish to learn more about editor management support, please refer to the version 2.0 showcase video linked in the description. A simple scene is included in this version of the toolkit. The simple scene provides documentation, load and unload buttons, as well as visual feedbacks for when those buttons are clicked. The code used by this simple scene is heavily documented. To access that documentation, first click on the Click Me game object of the hierarchy, and then open the Scene Manager Toolkit sample script. The way that Scene Manager Toolkit processes scenes at runtime is by using SceneAssetReferences and their data. Inspector-wise, the SceneAssetReference allows a user to select a scene from the project in the inspector. And data-wise, a SceneAssetReference provides the build index, the path, the name, the geo ID, the addressable ID, as well as the list of tags if any is applied to a scene asset from the editor window. SceneAssetReference and SceneAssetReference are still decoupled from the rest of the system. So if a user, let's say, wants to create his own scene management toolkit system based on his own optimization needs, he can still create one based on those data. In Scene Manager Toolkit, scene management is based around scene processors. At the root of those scene processors is an abstract class. So regardless of the concretion of that abstraction, shared method calls are ensured. This implies that loading any type of scene is as simple as calling load single, load additive, or unload. Inspector-wise, any scene processor can be serialized. And when an abstract scene processor is serialized, it includes a dropdown that lists every scene processor of the project. This also applies for any user-defined ones. A concretion can then be selected, and the content of the abstract scene processor will be updated from that concretion. Currently, the package supports built-in, addressables, and NGO, or netcode for game objects. This version of the package not only centralizes scene management calls, it also provides eventful scene processors. Those eventful scene processors obey the same rules as the other scene processors. And, of course, every event invocation is automated. The events themselves go as follows: progress, loading start, loading complete, unloading start, unloading complete. In relation to netcode for game objects, note that those events are local only. The eventful scene processor NGO does have networked events. Those are unloaded for all and unloaded for all. Those events are invoked by the server when everyone either has loaded or has unloaded. To simplify the grouping of scene processors, this version includes two classes: SceneProcessorGroup and EventfulSceneProcessor. And like for scene processors, both groups provide load single, load additive, and unload methods. What distinguishes the SceneProcessorGroup from the Eventful SceneProcessor is that the Eventful SceneProcessor has events. And those events are on average progress, unprocessed all, unloading progress, unloading start, unloading complete, unloading progress, unloading start, and unloading complete. Talking about events, two classes provide events which can be subscribed to globally. The first class is the Eventful SceneProcessor registry. Every time an Eventful SceneProcessor starts either a loading or an unloading process, it will subscribe itself to that Eventful SceneProcessor registry. So basically, the on-average progress is for all Eventful SceneProcessors that are currently in progress, and the unprocessed in progress is when there is no longer any scenes at all that is in progress globally. The second class pertains to netcode for game objects. That class is SceneProcessor NGO Bridge, and it has an uncompleted for all event. That event, like for all other networked events, is called by the server. And that event is invoked when every client has completed their loading and unloading of NGO scenes.